The director of Autopilot elaborates on the Mobileye split. We hear a bit on the plans for the operation of the Gigafactory, and I've got a quick opinion on the NTSB findings from the Florida fatality. The press event yesterday exhausted the news a bit, but I've got a couple of scraps here for you. Here are your Tesla tidbits for July 27th, 2016. Before we get started, a quick thanks to Electrek today for being the source of both stories. The director of the Autopilot program, Sterling Anderson, has elaborated a bit on what the loss of Mobileye means to Tesla. Anderson believes that in order for Tesla to move quickly toward autonomous driving, they need a, quote, tight integration, end quote, of the hardware and software. This, of course, alludes to the fact that Mobileye's hardware is designed to work on many cars, not just Tesla's. As a result, some performance may be sacrificed for compatibility's sake. Anderson later tweeted for good measure, quote, as with transfer pricing, so with product development. Use the best technology available, regardless of the source, end quote. The motivation for the split may also be that Mobileye isn't pushing development as fast as Elon would like. While Elon is on record as saying he expects fully autonomous driving to be possible by the end of next year, Mobileye is shooting for 2020. Here's hoping it works out well for everyone involved. So now that they've given the press some tours and generally had a grand old time, Tesla provides us a glimpse into the roadmap of the Gigafactory. As we know, the factory is already producing battery packs for both Powerwall and PowerPack. However, the question remains when actual cells and vehicle battery packs will begin rolling down assembly lines. The first cells will come first, and will be used in the aforementioned Powerwall and PowerPack products, followed by vehicle battery packs shortly thereafter. These cells will be a slightly different model than the existing ones, with a slightly larger per-cell footprint. However, the full pack is expected to be smaller, thanks to better packaging and cooling. The first of these packs are expected to come off the line within 6 months, and it will be used as a development pack for the Model 3. In 8 to 9 months, we'll begin seeing packs for Model S and Model X. Lastly, a bit of opinion. Again, my whole social media feed blew up after the NTSB issued findings in the Florida fatality while Autopilot was engaged. Too many reporting to cite just one, so Google it if you're curious. In any case, the Cliff's notes here are that the driver was going 74 miles per hour in a 65 mile per hour zone. I've seen some rather comical responses on this, some calling for changes to Autopilot to prevent it from speeding due to liability issues, to people suggesting that Tesla is to blame for the crash due to this, to saying that the speeding itself was the cause of the accident. Let's get something straight, folks. People every day cede control of the speed of their cars to the car itself. Further, those people are speeding. I am literally the only person I know that actually drives the speed limit. Every automaker out there would be liable for the same thing if Tesla were. Just because the car can steer as well as regulate speed doesn't make it any more special in the liability department. Saying that the speed was the main factor of the crash, and by extension that Autopilot should be in some way modified, is ignorant at best, or an attempt to pile on to the misfortunes of Autopilot and add in a buffet of all-you-can-eat FUD at the worst. Millions of people do 74 and a 65 every day in this country. Let's just leave this accident alone as the extremely unfortunate confluence of events that it was, and stop trying to find things that just aren't there. You can find links to the full stories from this episode in the description of the show. If you get some value out of what you hear each day, please consider supporting the podcast at patreon.com/Tesla Tidbits. All support will go directly to my Model 3 fund and is very much appreciated. Thanks so much to my super patron John Waltauer for his support. If you have nothing extra to kick my way, it's no problem. You can still show your support with positive reviews, likes, and subscriptions on your favorite media services, and by spreading word of the show to other Tesla lovers. If you have questions or feedback for me, you can reach me via email by messaging podcast@teslatidbits.com or on Twitter @TeslaTidbits. That's it for today. I'll see you back here tomorrow. Until then, keep it charged and hit the road.